All right, everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Two topics today. One, I want to go over two draft prospects that I think the New York Giants can grab in the second round. And these are two gentlemen that I think can help the starting lineup immediately. But topic number one is my favorite topic, is Daniel Jones. And I'm only bringing this up because I keep seeing this repeatedly, and this is what gets me concerned. And the new report is, and it's not a new report, it's been out for a couple days now, that the Giants believe Daniel Jones can be an upper echelon quarterback. All right, for the last, week, month, all we've been hearing from Dave Gettleman and John Mara, how they have faith in their 2019 first-round draft choice, how he is going to be the guy, how he's firmly entrenched, and then there was a report that says Jones is their guy. Multiple teams and league sources reiterate to ESPN over the past few weeks. And while the organization brass from the top down believes Jones has what it takes to be a successful upper echelon quarterback, they are not only taking this leap of faith with their fingers crossed after inconsistent results during his first two professional seasons. But you always hear it. He's our guy. He's the guy. He's the man. And I get concerned about this because it's almost like it's a bad sales job that they are pushing Daniel Jones on us so heavily that they're hoping the fan base will basically, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, are they thinking that if they keep building up Daniel Jones to the point that the fans are going to start believing that he's the guy? Because nobody knows. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he isn't. But you cannot keep shoving it in my face that you think he's the guy. When honestly, the last season, when the league got more film on him, kind of showed that maybe he is just an average NFL quarterback. He could totally change everyone's mind in 2021. But the way the Giants are selling this, it just gives me concern. It gives me a moment of pause. It's almost like the Dave Brown fiasco, and I don't like comparing them because everyone goes, it's the whole Duke connection. No. Dave Brown couldn't crack the starting lineup. Between Sims and everyone else, he couldn't get into the starting lineup. It took him years to finally take over the job. But we heard for years that he is the quarterback. He is the guy. He's going to lead us to the promised land. And we all know what happened. So I get concerned that, you keep repeating something over and over and over again. It's a psychological thing. That if you keep repeating something, you hope that other people will start believing it. And I'm getting concerned that that's what the Giants are doing right now with Daniel Jones. I could be 100% off base about this. Could be 100% wrong about this. But it's just something that I feel that, like I said, it's almost like this, like I said, the fact that if you keep repeating it, you almost have to start believing it yourself if you keep repeating it. But let's get into the New York Giants draft right now. I was thinking about this because, it's always fun to pick the first round. It's always fun to figure out who's going to be that guy, who we're going to grab at 11. But I'm always curious, and I kind of always want to see who we can potentially take in the second round, who could maybe be a guy that can come in and really take over a spot for the Giants. And I have two players, one offensive and one defensive-minded player, that I think could come in right now and start for the Giants and make a difference. The first player I'm thinking of is going to be on the defensive side. It's going to be Nick Bolton out of Missouri. Oh, Nick Bolton. He is a guy that is, he's 6 feet tall, 230 pounds, but he's got that quickness. He's got that ability. He's got that. He's a big hitter. He plays solid in space, but you know what? Sometimes he gets lost in the sauce. Played a total of 32 games in college, 220 tackles, 17 tackles for a loss, 4 sacks, and 12 pass defenses and 2 interceptions. You know what? He is a guy that I think it could be a plug-and-play type guy for Blake Martinez. He can really come in, and I think with his explosiveness, he can really help attack the ball carriers playing within a 3-4 type zone or even a multiple set zone. But the reason why I really like Bolton is the fact that he shines in pass coverage. He shines in the zone coverage. He can drive on the shallow routes, and he can flash in front of the face of most receivers and then make them think twice about coming over the middle. He's just that kind of guy. He's that load. I don't mind having all the safeties come and play in the box. Peppers played like 56% of his plays in the box. Logan Ryan was in the box a lot. Xavier McKinney came in and played in the box a lot. But I want a linebacker. I want those other guys roaming. I want them in the actual safety positions. And I think Bolton, he can nail down that second linebacker spot on the inside next to Blake Martinez. I mean, there is room for improvement for Bolton. He kind of takes some bad angles on the run. His decision-making process at times is a little suspect, but he does have an extremely high IQ when it comes to the football. I'm just excited about this guy. I can't even talk. He's got a high football IQ. He really does. But sometimes he gets caught wandering a little. Sometimes his decision-making process kind of gets a little, like I said, gets a little lost in the sauce. He's a little twitchy at times, but you know what? He's got fantastic hitting power. He knows how to use leverage. He has the ability to come in immediately and attack the angles on the running game. And like I said, if you're looking for a guy to come in and play zone defense and shadow the tight ends and the running backs out of the backfield, Nick Bolton is the guy. And I think he could potentially fall down to the Giants. Not 100% sure, because there seems to be a lot of interest in him. Because I do think he's a guy that can come in and immediately play for the Giants. I mean, he's gonna be, to me, his ideal role is gonna be like a starting Mike linebacker. But I think he could play at different spots all over the field. I really do. But like I said, he is really going to fill that middle spot. Like I said, if we play a 3-4 type defense or even a multiple set 3-4, he could be penciled in right next to Blake Martinez. And I think he could be penciled in right at the beginning of training camp. And I think he could hold that position for a good amount of time. He's a guy that could be, you could pencil him in your defense for 10 years. I know that's probably, because guys don't stay on teams anymore for 10 years. But you know what? To me, he just seems to be that type of talent. And he is someone, like I said, he can really take the pressure off of Blake, who can allow Blake to then go back and continue to play the run, which he plays better than he does the pass. Don't get me wrong. Blake played awesome against the pass last year, but this will allow Blake more freedom to roam and more freedom to go in and attack the ball carrier. The other player I wanted to talk about, of course, is going to be on the offense. It's no secret in the league that, we are going to need a starting guard. And I feel that this kid can come in and be a plug-and-play piece for the Giants. Now, I always know that they always say that if you're going after a player just due to his position, it's going to be a reach, and bad things happen when you reach, and that is 100% true. But this kid is something that we need, and you know what? He may be the best player available on the board when they come down to us on the second round, and that is Wyatt Davis. You know what? This kid to me is a starting right guard, right at the next level. It's not going to take him very long to work himself into that role. I think that he has the ability. He is a mauler. He's a mauler up front. He creates ample space in the run game. He's at his best on the inside zone where he can blend that lateral movement and his functional power that he has, combined with a big push that he can give and uproot defenders. This is another kid that I love. And at the point of attack, he is going to open up huge gaps, huge lanes for the ball carrier, for Saquon Barkley. He is a guy that can work in many different types of, he can work many different ways with many different offensive lines. He can go with an outside zone concept also. He can do straight up man-to-man blocking. He is fantastic. You know what? He is the kind of guy that with that first contact, he is going to lock his defender up and he is going to put him into the dirt. He has the physical skills to execute any type of concept in regards to blocking. He really does. And like I said, if you love a guy that's got another smart, he's another smart football guy, this is another good kid. He really is. But you know what? He's a guy that will excel in the run game. Now, his pass game, I'm not going to say he's deficient in the pass game, But like I said, what you should get excited about this kid is he is a big kid. He's 6'4", 310 pounds. He's going to grow more into his frame. He is a guy that will be able to help protect Daniel Jones. He will also be able to help out whatever side. I mean, he should probably play right guard. But you know what? He will be able to help out the tackle immensely. He is a guy, you know what? I was never 100% sold on Will Hernandez when we drafted him. I thought he was going to be a good player. This kid, in my mind, I have a feeling he's going to be an excellent player. And like I said, and I know it's difficult for an offensive lineman to come in and start immediately, especially for a tackle. But of course, like I said, he's going to play guard. And he is a kid that I think we could just pencil him in right at the start of training camp. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, if you could subscribe, if you could ring that bell, you think that means, that'd be awesome.